see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
Over the past few months, rumors about a new Yamaha engine have been circulating in the paddock. Many have suggested that Yamaha is preparing a secret weapon to help Toprak adapt to the very different characteristics of the MotoGP bike from the one he previously rode in the Superbike World Championship. Now, ahead of the crucial race at the Circuito de Jerez, the secret is being revealed. Yamaha is developing a new version of the Yamaha YZR-M1 with a V4 engine configuration specifically designed for their future. For Yamaha, this is no small decision. For more than 2 decades, Yamaha has been known as the only major manufacturer in MotoGP to remain loyal to the inline-4 engine. This philosophy has even brought considerable success, especially when legends like Valentino Rossi dominated the World Championship with Yamaha. However, in recent years, technological advances and the performance of competitors have left Yamaha lagging behind. Manufacturers like Ducati, KTM and Aprilia, which use V4 engines, have succeeded in creating bikes with brutal acceleration and exceptional straight-line stability. Yamaha realizes that if they want to return to the forefront of MotoGP, major changes are inevitable. And this is where Toprak Razgatlioglu's name becomes crucial. When Yamaha recruited him for the 2026 MotoGP project, they were not only acquiring a talented rider, but also a rider known for his extreme braking style and ability to control the bike in very aggressive situations. Toprak's unique riding style was the main reason Yamaha began developing their V4 engine more seriously. In several private testing sessions, Yamaha engineers reportedly tested a motorcycle concept with a stronger corner exit and sharper acceleration. This characteristic was considered more suitable for Toprak's style of corner attack and late braking, which often caught his opponents by surprise. Ahead of the Spanish Grand Prix in Jerez, rumors were growing that Yamaha had added several new components inspired by the V4 project. Although the bike used in racing was still a developed version of the YZR-M1, several components, such as the aerodynamics and power distribution, began to point to a new direction in Yamaha's development. For Toprak, this project certainly brought both pressure and great opportunity. He came to MotoGP with a formidable reputation after defeating many rivals in World Superbike. But MotoGP was a different world. Michelin tires, a much more aggressive bike, and the intense level of competition means every new rider has to adapt quickly. Here's the full story. As the Spanish Grand Prix heat approaches, the MotoGP paddock is filled with speculation. It's not just about the rivalry between the big teams, but also about a secret project slowly emerging from the Yamaha Motor Company garage. This project is increasingly linked to one name, who has been in the spotlight throughout the 2026 season: Toprak Razgatlioglu. The Turkish rider arrived in MotoGP with a great reputation after dominating numerous races in the Superbike World Championship. However, MotoGP always presents a different challenge. The bikes are more brutal, the technology more complex, and the level of competition much higher. Many initially doubted whether Toprak would be able to immediately adapt to the Yamaha YZR-M1, known for its smooth handling, but sometimes lacking in acceleration compared to rival bikes. Since the start of the 2026 season, Yamaha has realized one important thing. They need not only a talented rider, but also a major change in their motorcycle development philosophy. For years, Yamaha has been known as a manufacturer that has consistently used inline-4 engines. This philosophy has brought great success, especially when legends like Valentino Rossi dominated MotoGP with Yamaha. However, the world of MotoGP is changing rapidly. Manufacturers like Ducati, KTM and Aprilia have developed V4 engines that are very aggressive in acceleration. These bikes boast powerful corner exits and high stability on the straights. This is why Yamaha has struggled to match the speed of its rivals in recent seasons. That's why Yamaha began considering a radical move, developing its own V4 engine. This project had actually been discussed internally for some time, but it only really accelerated after the arrival of Toprak Razgatlioglu in their MotoGP project. Toprak is known as a rider with a very unique style. He is renowned for his extreme braking technique and his boldness in attacking corners in unconventional ways. On many occasions in World Superbike, he often brakes so deeply that his opponents are unable to counter his attacks. Yamaha engineers saw something interesting in Toprak's riding style. They believed that if Yamaha had a bike with more brutal acceleration and a more aggressive character, Toprak's riding style could be a very deadly weapon in MotoGP. This is where Yamaha's V4 project began to receive serious attention. Several reports from the paddock indicate that Yamaha has conducted various secret tests to evaluate the new engine concept. Although the bike used in the 2026 season is still an evolution of the YZR M1 with its inline-4 engine, many development components are actually inspired by the future V4 project. One of the main focuses of this development is power distribution on corner exit. Yamaha wants to ensure their bike has sharper acceleration without losing its traditional advantage in cornering agility. Ahead of the race at the Circuito de Jerez, Yamaha is reportedly bringing several significant technical updates. Although the team has not officially confirmed a direct connection to the V4 project, many paddock observers believe that several new aerodynamic elements and adjustments to the engine's power characteristics are part of the transition process towards Yamaha's future motorcycle concept. For Toprak himself, the Jerez round will be a crucial moment. The circuit is known for being a highly technical track, with a combination of fast corners and hard braking. Many riders say that Jerez is the perfect place to measure the balance of a MotoGP bike. If Yamaha does indeed bring major updates to Jerez, then Toprak's performance on this track could provide an early glimpse into how effective Yamaha's new development direction will be. Toprak's journey in MotoGP 2026 has been challenging so far, but it also shows great potential. He must learn to control the bike with Michelin tires, which have different characteristics than the tires he previously used in World Superbike. He must also adapt his riding style to a MotoGP bike that is much more sensitive to setup changes. However, each race weekend shows clear progress. Toprak's lap times are increasingly competitive, and he is starting to become more comfortable with the Yamaha bike's characteristics. Some analysts even say that Yamaha is actually building a long-term project with Toprak at the center. They not only want to have a fast rider, but also want to build a new generation of Yamaha motorcycles that truly suit the modern MotoGP racing style. If this V4 project is truly successful, then Yamaha's future in MotoGP could change dramatically. A bike with a more aggressive style combined with Toprak's unique riding style has the potential to create a very dangerous combination for his rivals. On the other hand, the pressure is also immense. Yamaha is one of the most legendary manufacturers in MotoGP history, and fans will undoubtedly hope they can return to competing at the front consistently. The Jerez race may not immediately reveal the full potential of Yamaha's new project, but it could be an early clue as to their future direction. All eyes are now on the Yamaha garage, looking for small signs of major changes taking place behind the scenes. And amid all the speculation, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Toprak Razgatlioglu's arrival is not just another rider transfer. He could be part of Yamaha's biggest technological revolution in decades. If this V4 project truly proves to be Yamaha's new weapon, the 2026 MotoGP season may be remembered as the beginning of a new era for the Japanese manufacturer. An era in